of myself. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the Shaft Show, and this is the Wealth and Wellness Podcast. This is episode 5 with me, Shaft Uddin, and
Nadine, hi.
And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about finding a purpose and making money from it. Now, this is a fascinating topic because our relationship is basically based on that. I firmly believe in couples that create together, stay together, and we've been collaborating ever since we got together.
That's true.
It's true. Introduce yourself.
Hi, for all of you that don't know me yet, my name is Nadine. I'm a transformational coach and I focus on optimizing people. It doesn't matter if you are working in a team, if you are running your own business, or if you just simply want to get things done in your life. I'm your coach if you want to optimize yourself.
Love that. She's been coaching me. She's optimized the shit out of me. And ever since meeting her, like there's all these different types of awakenings you could have. Last I had my financial awakening where I consciously hit rock bottom because I know the power of alchemy. And then by grace, I met the Mind Valley millionaires, and I met her, who happens to be a optimization business Shakti. So yeah, I'm pretty streamlined now. From being full hippie to being back to working in corporations again. So
but still being balanced, right?
Finding that balance, this is key. So I've got a question for you, which is, how can you make bank by following your heart?
And following your heart means finding what you really love to do. Okay, so first of all, the first question to you guys out there would be, do you really know what you love doing in life?
By the words of Spice Girls, tell me what you want,
what you really want. Yeah, that's a good one because with a lot of coaches I have been coached, the real thing is that you most of the time don't actually know what you really love doing in your life. So this is the first step you should know. And when you find out what you really love, and we might cover that later, how you can actually find that, then it is, of course, got disturbed, sorry, that was a call, back. So if you really find what you love, then you have to see how you can turn that into money-making machine. So for example, there might be situations where you really struggle finding the thing. For example, I love acting. But for me, acting in the beginning was, how would I ever make money out of that? Now, after years, I found out because I love acting and I'm pretty good in talking, I can be holding speeches, do workshops, present things to people. I'm able to work with my ability of acting and make money out of that. But it took me a time how to find out, because if you want to be an actress, the only thing you see, oh, I just can act and you have to be super famous. No, you can use the strength that is behind your ability, and make it into something that creates money for you. So, Shaft, what is actually the thing, what you love to do,
I love showing off and being on stage.
Yeah, same.
But here's the thing. My biggest fear was speaking in public, and I hated being in front of a camera. So this is the interesting thing of transformation and alchemy. So when you go deep into your traumas, you're able to uncover what's holding you back. And once you release that, or forgive the person, or talk to a person that instilled that program inside of you, then you can move forwards. So I inspire people to become better public speakers. I was not good at it, so I wasn't naturally good at it. I was petrified of being on stage, and being on stage was never an option, ever.
Wow.
But it's only in the last few years, ever since discovering Tantra, which is almost 9 years now. But 2019 or 18, I became a professional public speaker. All because I decided to go back to Bangladesh and have a conversation with my mum and told her that, remember that time in 1988 when you shut me down? That stopped me speaking in public. And she was like, that never happened. I was like, yeah, you're never going to remember that throwaway comment when I was 8. But it did affect me. And then a miracle happened, which was I was doing a call to prayer with my dad, and my mum ran in and said, wow, you have a beautiful voice. And ever since then, I instantly became a public speaker. I didn't do any training, and my life is incredible, and I make a living from it now. So you never really know what you're really good at until you start getting good at it. So I've just started an online business, instantsexgod.com. You've seen me just like slave in front of this machine day in, day out on my thumbs. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but everyone keeps on telling me what to do. Luckily, the people who are telling me what to do are the people from Mind Valley. And they're telling me, you need to do this, you need to do that. So I'm doing it. Is it what I really want to do? Not really, but I'm doing it. And there's some results. Money's coming in.
This is good. But again, let's get back to the thing when you wanna make money with your real purpose. So what I said before, you literally have to find out what is the thing that makes you happy in your life? What is the thing that makes you thrive in your life? So again, a lot of people don't actually know how to access that. So what I often do with my coachees is I run them through a session where they literally have to write down what are your key strengths, what do you think is literally where are you good at, and what are you actually love doing when you observe yourself during the day, because we all have some really key abilities. And then you narrow it down. After that, you wrote down everything, because sometimes you even have a strength and you don't like the strength, but you do it. For example, me, I'm really good in organizing things.
She's amazing at organizing things.
But it's not the fullest passion of me organizing all the time. So I love to be creative as well. I just like to be going with the flow and just inspiring people, whatever comes out of my mouth without planning. But it's a key strength. So narrow your strength down actually and see what really is it that lets your heart shine, that makes you, for example, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you would love to do really, if money doesn't matter at all, for example? So that might be your real passion. And then you have to observe and see what is the key strength there and what is behind. And then you can see how you can turn that into something that can make you money, for example.
Like, I did a little tantric trick, and it's just storytelling, and it's writing your own stories down. So it's very similar to what you said, writing down 13 passions in order, and then writing in as much detail as possible your perfect day, from the moment you wake up, who you wake up with, the view from your window, the breakfast that you have, if you have breakfast, the kids that run into your house, and like, how do you spend the next 8 hours or 3 hours of work? Like, if you have a conventional job, I don't. So so yeah, it's really going deep into the detail and visualizing it. I've done this in two major phases of my life, and they've all come true. And the things that I've done are outrageous. So I dream big and I dream outrageous, and there's a problem sometimes when you're not in the right environment, where a lot of people will judge you for your dreams. And this is the thing that may be holding you back, which is you are judging yourself for dreaming too big, and you are listening to other people's advices who are doing less than you, and they're criticizing you, and they're doing it out of love.
Yeah.
Which is the worst thing you could do to dim your light.
Because they just want you to be safe
They
and
want
not
you,
fail.
Yeah, they're doing it out of love. The biggest dream killers on this planet is your mum and your dad and your closest friends. The best dream amplifiers are not people in your community, but people higher up than you who are already doing what you want to do. So make sure you surround yourself with better versions of yourself. Like, I'm the smartest guy in the room where I've been in. I plateaued. I couldn't get any further. And that's why, like I said, I consciously hit rock bottom, financial awakening, because I know the power of alchemy. And then I found this new reality. And today was the first time where we went to bed together, and I woke up this morning to £597 in my online course. That's the first course I sold.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Making money whilst I sleep. Do you know how many Yoni massages or healing sessions I had to do just to make some money for the month? It was a lot. I was trading my time, my health, and my body to help others and inspire others. Now I get to put it onto these devices and people actually get to pay for it now. It's like, that was never an option.
That's amazing. So coming back to the surrounding people that you actually have, for example, that was the case in my situation as well. I have really caring parents, for example. As you might know, I was working a long time as an employee in a corporate world. And it was a safe net, you know, it was secure. I had a good salary. Everything was perfect, but it wasn't fulfilling for me because I hit like the top of it and I couldn't see further. I wanted to help more people, but it was always just until the hierarchy hit. And then the hierarchy told me literally, Nadine, up to here, but not further, because there we are and we don't want to change, you know, just by the way, saying you can change everything else, but not us. And so I was like, yeah, but you have to change the whole system to get an outcome. So I was there, couldn't move forward. My parents, they were like, oh, but you have such a great job, you have a good salary, you're well protected, they won't fire you, they'll love you. But I said, yeah, but this is not my purpose, I need to strive. So literally after my father passed away, I made peace with him, everything, and I got kind of like a relief as well. And with my mom, it was easier to work through it because she was a bit more open-minded. So I started my own business in 2019, and this was the best decision ever, because since then I was able to literally get all my strength out there and just act and really get a lot of different clients and helping them and being on stages, you know, being a speaker on conferences to empower other people. Because as an employee, you cannot do all these things. And as an own business owner, I was able to do all my things I wanted to do and not being judged of. But of course, like he said, Shaf mentioned before, the thing was my friends surrounding, not everyone was like super cool with it, you know. They said, oh, why are you doing that, why are you throwing away your job, it was so good.
It's because they care so much.
Yes.
And they wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Well, guess what? You're not me.
Yeah, but then I said, okay, I have to do it. And I just went out, and it was the perfect thing. I surrounded myself with some other people as well. And that's the same what happened last year with me, because I decided, okay, Germany is a super nice bubble. I had my business there for more than 4 years now. It was striving, perfect. But for me, again, I need another level to upscale myself and to live my abilities, to run an online business, to create new things, to cooperate with such lovely people here, you know. But I couldn't do that in Germany. So I needed to move. And people, I just came back from a visit to Germany, and people told me, Nadine, you have so much courage that you moved there by yourself. Because the first question they always ask me, with whom did you move there? Is it your partner? I said, no, I went there alone.
What?
What
You did
the
it yourself?
fuck? How did you do that? I'm like, I just did it.
Yeah.
You know, so you have, it takes some effort to get yourself out there and push yourself out of the comfort zone, that you can access your purpose and then really make something happening. And you cannot just sit there in your room and wait for things to happen. You have to make it happen. So if you really want to find your purpose, you have to literally work with yourself and find it. And if you found the thing, that the passion, what drives you, then you have to take the next step and see, okay, what options do I have to make this for me working, to make money out of it? And sometimes your purpose might not be the money-making machine, but then look at it and see that you can integrate it into your life. I have other coaches who, for example, are happy with their job. It's not their full passion, but they have like 2 other projects beside of their work where they are like thriving. It could be a charity thing, it could be something else, because they just want to give something to the world, and that's making them happy.
I call that the passion project.
Yeah.
So this leads me to the next questions. What's the juicy recipe for turning your passion into a paycheck? So I always say that, and I live by this, and that's why I have a thing called the Shaft Show, which is basically the ultimate aim is to literally show up and you get paid to be yourself. Here you go, Shaft. There's a stage. Here's some money. Enjoy. That's 2 hours. Okay, hi everybody. How 100,000 people? So that's the level of awesomeness that you want to get into, which is you're so yourself that there's no one else like you, and people pay you to be you. Like there's no other Jack Nicholson out there. There's no other Russell Brand or Tony Robbins out there. They're just one person, and it's taken their whole lifetime to become them in order for them to be on stage for a couple of hours or acting or whatever. So it takes a lot of effort and overcoming judgment and overcoming self-doubt and fear in order for you to be yourself. So the way I did it was I just got good at a hobby. And that hobby for me was I got really, really good at a thing called Tantra, a personal development path that links the body to the mind and the spirit. And that empowers people to be more embodied. So there's a huge disconnect between our head and bodies. And that's why we're having a lot of mental illnesses, because everything's just happening here. We're just a walking, talking head. And we're forgetting to breathe, eat, and move our bodies. Like we're just forgetting the basic things of being a human. So my job is to inspire you to be you. And also by being so fucking awesome and people seeing me on stages, they just get inspired. Like I'm just a few levels ahead of you. So working with me, people just want to be at the level that they could get to in order for them to find somebody else. So I'm just a stepping stone for people to get to the next level.
That was a good thing, what just brought to my mind. If you really are struggling with finding out things what you are really good in, ask some close like friends or people you are looking up to and get some feedback. You know, they might know something about your strength or abilities that you might see as super normal. For example, that happened to me. I have so many abilities, and he knows the story about my niching. And oh my God, it was a disaster. I said, I don't know where I should stand. You know, I'm a coach, yes, and I can coach basically everything. But to me, narrow myself down right now for the 3 keywords. This is like power, balance, and performance. It took me a while, but I saw it with him. So I gave him some little hacks during the day that made him so more efficient, which was for me so super easy because it's integrated into my life. Maybe because I'm German, I don't know. I'm just super optimized. If I want to get shit done, I sit and I just focus. This is my ability. But a lot of people don't have that ability.
I can't do that. I've been in Shakti Island, been ultra spiritual, practicing Tantra, don't have a job, food super cheap, I have a cleaner. So all I get to do is just work on myself, pray to Shiva, Shakti, and reach enlightenment. Like that's all I did for 9 years. So I'm not hardwired to focusing on being in front of these screens and creating a business. I'm focused on reaching higher states of consciousness and connecting to God.
Yeah, and so it brought
Which, by the way, is normal for me. So when you're with me, it's like, oh, it's like what I'm doing is really, really hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, like, I thought everyone was reaching
No.
these higher states of consciousness.
No.
I thought all men were practicing ejaculation. I thought all women were multi-orgasmic. It's like, no, I have an ability to awaken that in people because my nervous system is set that way. And your focus is set that way.
So yeah, exactly. So that brought me to the thing, okay, this is something special. And I'm not just optimizing people, I bring them as well into balance because of my other aspects I have, the yoga, the Reiki, the whatever I do, I try to align people. And so bringing these 2 steps together is my unique selling point for now. And this is amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you, please, if you have trouble finding out, maybe ask some other people or observe yourself during the day, or just see what kind of advices you give to other people, because that might be already the thing where you're literally good at, and then you can see what you can maybe create out of it. So if you want to know more about you know, how you can optimize yourself, he is really helping me get my things together. He inspired me a lot when it comes to this online market sales thing, because I'm a Shakti who is working more like one-on-one or one-on-n to like teams, individuals, but I want to get rid of this time versus money thing. So right now I'm focusing on launching a membership where you can literally later on get into a group, into a safe bubble where you can make your things happen, get things done in less of the time. I will guide you there. And this is right now being created, and I'm really, really looking forward to that this baby will be launched. So yeah, I said it out loud now. It has to be done.
Accountability.
Boom.
Get it done, get it out is what I used to say when I was in advertising. So yeah, and I've actually launched all my products now. So I've spent the last 4 months like figuring things out by myself and getting little drip feeds of mindset changes by the multi-millionaires like Vishen Lakhiani and the guy that created the brand of Mind Valley, Jeffrey Feldman, and the guy that creates all the videos, Peter Kell for Mind Valley. And also Niraj. He's been doing the Soma breathwork. They've all
I
been
love Soma.
so they've been helping me out. They've been telling me what to do, and I've created for men instantsexgod.com. Check it out. A new video is being released on that website. It's one of the biggest videos I've ever done in my life. I'm very proud of it. So check out instantsexgod.com. It's also just released on my YouTube channel on Shaft Uddin. All of that stuff is exclusive on my YouTube. On Instagram, you can find me there if you actually want to talk to me. And I've also done something for women as well, which is sacredsexualawakening.com. And in there, you'll see like 7 different online courses. So there's different ways to work with me, which is if you can't afford the high ticket coaching package, which is working with me for 3 months, and I could help you become full power Shakti. Or you could work with me for 1 month, and that's for men, women, and couples. And I've had transformational results with these beautiful trainings. And if you can't afford that, then there's the online courses, which will guarantee to change your life because it's what I did to change my nervous system.
I want to get exactly to this point where I can tell you the whole story, what you can do. I love that. Amazing pitch, by the way. You should really check his products out.
Instantsexgod.com, check it out. Sacredsexualawakening.com, check it out.
Yeah. So how do we close this session today?
Well, if you've got any questions around finding your purpose and how to monetize it, send us a DM. We're going to be doing a monthly event online for entrepreneurs and people in the wellness sector. This is something that we're both in, and I'm big in the world of Tantra. Can't get any higher where I am, so I've popped out of there to help normal people find like enlightenment. It's quite easy actually, state of being. So yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So take away from today, if you want to find your purpose, narrow down your strengths, write them down, ask friends about it, surround yourself with people you want to become later, not just in the safe bubble. And then literally, if you know your strength and what you really want to do, find solutions how you can actually monetize it. There might be not just one way, there might be a lot of ways. And if you don't find anything, just try to integrate your purpose into your life and be happy with the money-making thing you do, and get your purpose and passion from the other, how did you call it? The purpose project, or what was it? Passion project?
So you have your bread and butter job, and then you have your passion project. Eventually, your passion project takes over.
Yeah, might do that. Yeah.
And it's not about how much money you make; it's how much fun you have making it.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode. If you want to find out more about our stuff, there'll be links provided. Yes. And have the best day of your life.
So yeah, which is the second? If they don't follow us yet, so what is your profile?
My profile is at Shaft Uddin on Instagram and YouTube.
And my profile is at Performance Alchemist on Instagram and YouTube as well. So yeah, have a lovely day, guys.